Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today we are visiting with Scott and his family, and it's a full house. So there's that. Now, last time we were here, of course, the recording kind of messed up. And so, this time, obviously, I triple checked it like a crazy person. And yeah, so we're not missing anything this time. It is a whole hour of them. It is what it is. Now, of course, I'm going through it. It's a full house. It's crazy. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue to micromanage everybody. It's getting a bit chaotic, you know? It was chaotic before, obviously, but, it's a bit much now, and, we do have 4 teenagers in the house, child, and the newborn. So, Scott and Kaori did have a baby. Her name is Marin. She's adorable, obviously, she's a baby. She looks just like every other baby. But, yeah, I mean, we only have Blakely left, who's a child. Everybody else is a teenager, and I don't know, I even think that Erica, maybe, oldest, obviously, is gonna be soon a young adult, which is wild to me. I don't even know if it's gonna happen maybe at the end of this week or the beginning of next week, but okay, so I'm gonna go in and store all of these things and hopes that we'll be able to complete that little part of Frankie's aspiration, which is, like, sell, one of your utilities on the bill. Probably gonna forget about it, but, like, when I come back in next time, I'll probably remember then when I'm doing the same thing, right? So when I jump back in with the family, I usually do the same things every time, right? So I'm checking how long until the next birthday, what their aspirations are, how advanced they are in their skills, and, because when I hop in with them, I'm like, "Yes, we're gonna get so much done this week. We are going to work on their aspirations, get them set up for their next phase of life." And by midweek, I'm like, "Oh my goodness, what am I even doing right now?" So, of course, Blakely is like a whiz kid, so I'm gonna get her to practice with one of her brothers. Don't know. Oh, there he is. Okay. Trying to figure out which one was sitting on the couch in there. All right. So that's like this is now obviously we did build a house and we fully furnished it with Kaori's money when she moved in. Okay. So, it's not complete, but she did have quite a bit of money. She did have quite a bit of money, and so we were able to furnish the entire house. Now, we did put a pool down because I did think that it would be pretty awesome. Everybody is sharing a room except for Devin, who is the oldest son, and the main reason I did that was because, obviously, I wanted the twins to be in the same room because that just made sense to me. They were kids at the time, and he was already a teenager, and so I thought it would be just best to have his own room where he could have his own computer because he is working on the programming and video gaming, um, aspiration. I think it's, like, one of the knowledge, one computer whiz, maybe. I just thought he should have his own space. Now, we did not do anything in the small business. To be honest, the small business is kind of not that enjoyable. Like, I'm not having an amazing time with the gemology skill. No, obviously, I'm making it harder on myself, probably by trying to do it with a small business. What do I mean by that? I think that if we were just making the gems and selling them straight from the table, yes, we would be making less, but because it takes so long to make one gem, you're trying to fill at least a table before you open your business. It's taking so long, and it's just like, I don't know, it's extremely time consuming for a small business. And so to me, it's like it's not very ideal. Like, the only reason that we have gotten this far with, like, the house build and everything is because he had Kaori moved in. So, most of that money comes from her. He does make a lot when the business opens, but, he's only opening, once, maybe twice a week. It's not a huge amount. I do love that the jewelry that he makes has different, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Does have different little, not moodlets or auras, but they have certain properties to them, which I might start integrating into our apocalypse challenge something that I never thought of, and of course, I would never have thought of that to begin with because this is the first time I'm using the gemology skill since I've bought the pack, and you guys know I bought the pack only for the bookcases, you guys. The bookcase because there's one of them that has a ladder on it, and it just completes me in a way that I cannot begin to describe. I don't even use it that often, but I just needed it, okay? Especially when I was, like, building, I always tried to find a place for it, but yeah, I bought it because I thought the pack was, like, dark and moody, and I really wanted that sort of vibe for my builds, and I never really got around to playing it, so that is why we have a sim who's Marin. She's an infant now. Oh, goody. Um, yeah, so anyway, I am learning a lot of things about gemology. Now, do you think it's worth looking into when it comes to the apocalypse challenge? Because some of them are, you know, um, loses, loses their, oh my goodness, I can't even think of the word, guys. Stuff to do with their modems. I swear I slept really well last night, all right? Their motives, their needs go down a lot slower, for example, or it gives them a sort of moodlet that, they're happy, or it keeps them happier longer, or obviously it falls into the mood aura uh limits. So I'm gonna have to double check that. They obviously can't sell anything in the apocalypse challenge, but it would be nice to be able to use these things. Oh my god, I don't even know why I'm saying that. Accessories are locked behind other things, so I've just wasted my breath for the past minute and a half. I have said words that don't make sense and all that because, but it's important to talk things out sometimes. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Moving on, we are back and we are going to try to work on this small business because the bills are coming and they definitely don't have enough money to pay them since they only have 460 simoleons. Knowing your scholarships, I've been debating. I don't think I would send everyone to college because I don't think that that's everyone's style, but I do think that I do want to send some Sims to college. I'm thinking that. So I think the plan is going to be as the children of the original households age up, they will become their own households. I have no idea if I have enough space to do that. There is an immense amount of children in the world right now. Scott taking up the majority, you know, he's got 6. Um, Jocelyn and Brant have 2. We have 3 with Patrick and Simone. Kaylee just had her 3rd. There's quite a few kids, so I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. Now, for those of you who are not members, Lance is actually dating Alana, who is Kaylee's oldest daughter, which I think is so cute. Um, she's actually best friends with Frankie since they were children, and, um, yeah, I thought it was super cute. However, she was really close with Lance, but when they aged up to teenagers, it showed that she actually had a amazing compatibility with Lance, and so, although I was leaning towards Frankie to be her beau, I think it works out better if it's Lance. So, yeah, he has a girlfriend now. I don't know if we'll see her this week. I don't know if she'll come over. To be honest, this house is so chaotic, but we will be seeing her a bit. Um, and yes, I am moving all of this stuff into Scott's inventory so that we can sell it, make enough money for him to make more jewelry. This is also something else, okay? Because I'm doing it the lazy way, I am just randomizing the jewelry. I do think it's cool though that we can randomize it and, you know, the weirdest things come out, but it is expensive. Okay, it is very expensive. Now, of course, okay, why is everything broken? in case you didn't notice, I just put full autonomy on. It is not something I normally do, okay? But the house is becoming extremely wild, and like I said, it's gonna get super hard to micromanage. I did turn off the autonomy for the person that I am on. So, for example, right now I am on Scott, so he will mostly do what I'm telling him to, okay? As for everybody else, they are going to do their own thing. This to me is not generally the way I play because I really enjoy the routine. I like making sure that everybody is, sleeping at night and that they're fully ready for the day. Ooh, it's Tristan. She's gonna be a young adult in a minute, and he is single. He's our handy person that we added, and he actually lives, like, not across from them, but diagonal from them. So maybe, just maybe, Erica can, like, get to know him and, make a friend there, because he's a young adult, and she'll soon be a young adult, and I think maybe that would be really interesting to see if I'm not gonna finish my sentence, okay? Like, I don't know. I don't know, but he's single, she's gonna be aging up. I don't really know what else, you know I do wanna keep following these Sims, right? That's the whole point of the forever save file is that we're following our Sims throughout their lives and their children's lives, and it's like a permanent forever legacy that you're building. Do I think that maybe when Erica ages up into a young adult that she could be what's his name? Tristan? I can't even remember. I did sleep really well, guys. I slept really well, I'm caffeinated, like, I'm ready to go. I'm just like my brain is faster than my mouth is, and I've got, like, 17 tabs open here. Everything is silenced, and I'm trying to figure out what I wanna listen to, essentially, is what's happening. Oh, it's a hopeful hustle. That's something else I'm going to mention. So, first of all, Kaylee and Ilana, I know that's, like, a members only, I know I mentioned that already, but, um, their business is like a mani-pedi, it's like a spa style, straight out of their house, okay? I do want to have them have their own small business venue lot eventually, like, I wanna purchase a lot for them in Willow Creek to make a spa. Her business is it just became a four-star business, and I thought, "Wow, that's really great," you know? And other businesses that we're seeing are actually look at that, something else that's broken, the shower's broken too, this is insane. Um, yeah, I am noticing that Scott's business is really not doing that great in that department. Obviously, I understand that we're not actually open that much, but if you look at that, 39 business points, like Kaylee and Alana were open for a few hours the last time I played them, and they got like 300 and something points. Again, different style of business, okay, because it's a mani-pedi, they are interacting with their customers, right? But still, 39 business points versus, like, I think it was 292 or 392 points. It was crazy, but yeah, I don't think that gemology is the best style of like, a jewelry store is not the best small business. Do I think that I would continue this small business throughout his family? Like, would I pass it down? Probably not. I don't think this is something that I would pass down because it's not worth it. They would have to spend their entire life, um, making jewelry just to open their business, right? And so that's not what I want. Now it is Blakely's birthday. Oh no, low self-esteem. Oh, sorry, sweetie. That'll be the lactose free, I'd say. Um, but yeah, no, I don't think it's something that's going to be a hand me down. Okay, the business. I do think that Kaylee and Alana's business will be handed down, maybe not to Kaylee, but maybe not to Alana, but one of the other children, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so now Blakely is a teenager. Her hair is a little bit spiked. Another shower that's broken. Oh, mm, sorry, boys. Didn't realize somebody was on the toilet when I had to get someone to go fix that shower. Okay, somebody put Marin on the floor here in the kitchen and left her there. and naturally she's had a blowout, so you can see the mess surrounding her. This is a part of my issues with, um, full autonomy here, okay? Here it is. Perfect, like, live on location evidence of what I mean. Everybody is trying to go around the child, everybody's trying to pick up the child, 'kay? People have slept, they haven't peed yet, everything's broken. Like, this is what I struggle with. Look, oh no, here we go. This is it right here. Let's pass the baby back and forth, okay? Like, I'm not doing anything, this is just how it's done. No, it's a lot. It's like wasted time, but the house is too full for me to micromanage at this time, so we are just going to let it happen and see what we can do. I do wanna try and get this baby off the floor and maybe, I don't know, put her back in the crib at least. Jocelyn, darling. Okay. So we're giving Marin to her mother in hopes that her mother can guide her towards where she needs to go. Oh, she doesn't have a crib. Okay, I see what's happening. I see what's happening now. There is no crib. All right then. Sure, she likes fitness. Now we are going to go in and buy some medicine. I noticed that a few of them are feeling like blah. So we're gonna have them take the medicine. It's just easier that way. Her and Scott seem to be sick a bit. I am having him nap. It might fix the problem. That's a home remedy. Um, and if it doesn't, well, he'll take the medicine too. Because I don't we don't have time for that. Like Full House City, a toilet broken. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Everything is broken. 2 toilets broken. There was 2 showers, 3 showers. Like, what is happening in this house? I understand it's full, but 3 bathrooms and everything is all busted up. I mean, come on, guys. Collect waffles. I do like the waffle maker, guys. I love it, to be honest. I never really used it because I don't always pay attention. When I am playing for myself, I don't always pay attention to what they're doing. I let them generally do their thing for the most part, okay? But I always forget about things like the rice cooker, the kettle, the coffee machine, the waffles, and then they get filthy, okay? And then I go around like a crazy person trying to figure out what is dirty, what plumbing is dirty, what is going on, and it always ends up being the same thing, okay? It's always something like the waffle maker or the coffee machine, for example. So anyway, I don't generally play with them, so it's kinda nice. I do enjoy the waffle maker, so long as they take it out of there. I also love the name Marin. When it came up, I was just like, "Oh my goodness, I love that." Look at all these dishes, all spoiled naturally. Now, if we can just get the baby into the crib, okay? Let's just put her in the crib, please, and thank you. I did select to put her in there, did I not? Alright, so everybody is in the kitchen just hanging out, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. We are going to woohoo, and we do not have to worry about pregnancy or anything of that sort because the house is full. It's almost Scott's birthday. I need to say, I've been in quite a few houses, obviously, but quite a few people have been having birthdays. And, it's kind of crazy because these are like the founders of the new Willow Creek for me, and they're already becoming adults. I will also say, a lot of my households recently have had many unexpected deaths of people, and actually, they're all in my member households. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, we had death by anger, death by meteorite, but then when that didn't work, death by electrocution, like, crazy stuff, like, crazy stuff. What is happening? What is happening to my Sims? I just like and every time it happens, like, something just hits and I'm like, "What?" And the crazy thing is because, you know, I'm doing something with one like, the for example, if I'm doing something with one sim and I'm kinda just focused in on them, all of a sudden I get this pop-up where it's like, the new pop-up you get with death because they can be a playable ghost or a free roaming ghost or whatever, you know? So here I am just making supper with one sim and boom, so and so has died. Do you wanna be do you do you wanna keep them in your household or you just wanna see them now and again? It is yeah, it's happened twice. And yeah, they were both in member households. Weird. Very weird. But I mean, I guess that's the reality. I had not ever had many random, like, passings over the course of my sim, life, I guess. Like, I think maybe a meteor has hit my sim, like, once. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's not something that happens very often for me in my gameplay. So to have it happen almost, like, back to back, I was like, "Hold the bus." So there's that. There's the fact that after 11 years, I had a sim in rags to riches, get abducted not twice, but 3 times, okay? I had never had a sim be abducted before that. But yeah, 3 times. 3 times 1 household, so it was wonderful. Um, yeah, there's that, and then there's the thing with the relationships. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I know someone did mention that it was happening to them as well, so I'm glad it's not just me. So maybe it's like a bug. That whole entire system of relationships and discomfort and stuff, I feel needs a little bit of tweaking. Um, yeah, and there's also these like calls that we're getting now for voting. I'm noticing that my Sims are dying at alarming rates for random reasons. It's an interesting thing happening right now, but I don't know, maybe the game is finally like, "Yo, girl, you got off the hook for all these things for 11 years, and now we're back to get you all at once?" I'm not entirely sure, but definitely there's something going on with the relationship system. The slow cooker is showing as constantly dirty, even though it's never being used, and in this household, obviously, it is being used because they're doing whatever they want whenever they want, but in other households, I do have the slow cooker, uh and it's constantly dirty. It's just dirty all the time, even though there's nothing in there. So, yeah, there's a few things that I'm noticing throughout this gameplay that are not ideal. I know that people are having problems with the for rent pack, and so I've been trying to avoid it throughout my forever save file because I don't want it to get corrupted. I mean, let's get real, you know? Um, oh my god, gemology level 10 at record breaking speeds. Does that mean he's going to be able to do this quicker? Because if he can, that means there might be some value here. Maybe he's just gonna stop midway, I don't know. See, gains sleeping energy faster. There's a lot there's a lot of, things that are useful here, I think. And when I mentioned using this in the Apocalypse Challenge, I forgot that they're not allowed to use accessories until we unlock a bunch of careers. So, accessories, makeup, can't change their hairstyle. There's 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 a lot going on in that challenge, and As someone so gently put it, I have backed myself into a corner and I am fighting my way out, essentially. Ooh, is likely to give birth to twins or triplets. Let's sell that. We don't need that in this house. Oh my goodness. What? She's a B student and she's getting a call from the principal? Calm down, okay? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's I'm noticing a few glitches here and there, and I don't love them, but we're working with them, okay? I'm hoping that this random death thing is like not gonna keep happening at such a crazy rate. I mean, I want my Sims to last a little bit longer than a few minutes, right? So it has happened twice, so we shall see. I do know that some of our Sims right now are married to elders, Jocelyn and Brant. When we left them last time, it did notify us that he was coming at the end of his days. So naturally, he will pass. And Tony, Tommy, sorry, not Tony, Tommy as well is also going to, expire pretty soon. So that those to me are natural. They are not random deaths. Okay. We fully expect those. Okay. So, I mean, he's getting some work done. I have not even looked at the household for a while, so I don't even know what kind of craziness is happening over there. Am I stressed out? Not really. I mean, if Marin is showing as green, then we can safely assume, look at that, they're doing their homework on their own. I mean, there has to be something to be said there, right? They can handle themselves. The house is fully furnished to help them, with whatever they need. So they're fine. They are fine if we just focus on the business right now. We'll see what's going on over there after. Yeah, I would love to see this business become something more efficient. I'm sure if I had 2 Sims working towards the gemology skill, it would pay off, but I don't wanna have to, like, rely on the whole household to do this skill to make money, you know? So, although it's not a bad idea. How to become a millionaire quick, essentially, is what that would look like. Right, so we're back at the house, and there's only Frankie awake, and he's just having a bite, so, I mean, listen, I love it. I love this kitchen, guys. Oh, no! A suspicious sim is headed for your lot? Do we have an alarm or do we not have an alarm? Of course, he woke up the whole house. Oh my goodness. So rude. Agreed. Burglar scared off. Won't be seen again anytime soon. Well, I hope not. He just woke up a full house at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I hope everybody goes back to sleep. Otherwise, they'll be suffering in the morning. Okay. I wish we had more beds like this one and it came with the life and death pack. It has so many layers to it and it's so like rich in color. I do love it. I really do. It's very modern and more updated. Still has a couple patterns. Obviously, you can get some that don't have patterns on them, but actually, for this one, I don't think you can. So I guess it would be nice if we got some extra swatches. You guys, I'm always looking for extra swatches. I want the color wheel. And we know it's possible. We know the color wheel is possible because we have it with the tattoos. So don't tell me that we can't have it for furniture too, okay? Oh, how I would love to just pick a piece of furniture and be like, "I want this, but I want it to match the rest of the room." Okay? And to have, like any color you want on the walls. Can you imagine what we could do with the wallpaper, guys? Oh my goodness. And the flooring, getting that flooring just the right brown or just the right black so that it's not blue, you know, for the woods and changing patterns to whatever color you want. Oh my goodness. I'm getting ahead of myself, obviously, but like the dreams I dream of the color wheel. The dishwasher. I mean, the dishwasher has already um caused death this week. So let's hope that that is not what happens here. I would be slightly devastated. Oh my goodness, there's actually stuff in the dishwasher. I love that. Okay, so we survived the dishwasher repair. This is good news. This is very good news. Okay. React to blowout. That's so funny. I bet you half of those kids right now are sleeping at school because the burglar came in the middle of the night. Couldn't be more respectful of our time and routines. Couldn't come at 6 PM. Had to come at 2 AM when everyone was sleeping. Their weather is like it's an absolute scorcher outside. Look at it. It's blinking red. Oh, there we go. Now he's uncomfortable. All happening at the same time. I'm kinda just chilling here in the kitchen because I like the kitchen, um, and it keeps me from all the chaos. If you don't mind, I'll be staying in the kitchen by myself for a while. Thank you so much. Alright, let's see what people are up to. Oh, he is feeding her. Oh, well, thank you so much. Kaori is just, like, passed out on the sofa there, so the baby was crying, and she's just living her best life, having a good little nap. Why can't he do anything? Oh, yes, okay, he needs to create one. So I am actually gonna start creating family recipes. I wanna pass them down through the generations, okay? Now, it occurs to me that he is a level 6, so that probably means that, I wanna teach the kids these recipes. So until they reach level 6, I don't think they'll be able to make them, but it shouldn't take them long to reach level 6 anyway, like, it's cooking, everybody has to cook, so we'll add pineapple to this meal. Ooh, fertility unleashed. Absolutely. I think that's great. Just in case, any of them have any fertility issues or whatever the case might be, I think that's a great one to get started with because everything else is, like, available at all times. So, like, your moodlet ones and the, academic ACE pops up quite often, like, the minute you have a child, do whatever. So I think fertility is a good one because it's not always available. You have to have a child to be able to unlock it. So, yeah, I think we'll do that, and then we'll teach the kids. Put it down. There you go. Like, you can have some of that. Oh, you're just going in there for water. Oh, okay. My apologies, I guess. My sincerest apologies, okay? Everybody's back home now, and everybody, I dare say, is absolutely unbearable. Okay, so how do I teach this to someone? Oh, okay. Now, do I have to cook it with them? Again, how many of these fertilities unleashed are going to be in the fridge? Will we ever have to cook again? Okay, wait though, did he teach her? Oh, he did. She's only level 2, so she can't make it, but oh my goodness, that was so awesome and so simple. Okay, teach the rest of them now. And that is something that can be passed down for, like, generations. I love that idea. Sweetie, don't vacuum the water. Mop that, please. Okay, thank you so much. Look at them casually just going over to the waffle machine and making, you know, 27 servings of waffles. I do wish that something that The Sims did on their own was pick up the food. So if they make a party size of something, pick it up and put it in the fridge. Don't just leave it there on the counter, Lance. All right, so we've taught Erica, and now we went and taught Devin. I'm just going to go in now. So we're going to teach the twins. We're going to start with Frankie. Like everybody is going to know this. I love this so much. I should have named it Scott's fertility something. And that way we would know down the line. I mean, we're going to know, but does it say, I wonder, like recipe created by? That would be so cool. Right. On to the next. So now we're going to go and do Lance. And then Blakely last. Obviously, Marin is not old enough to learn any recipes. Marin can barely contain her diaper, so I don't think she's gonna be learning anything like that at this time. Yeah, so it does work, he just can't make it. Alright, so then we're just gonna go teach Blakely, and I love this, to be honest. And then we're gonna go get some sleep. Oh my goodness, it's 11 PM. So hopefully nobody breaks into the house tonight, I guess. Like, I guess let's just do that then. Oh, okay. Okay, we're putting our exhaustion on hold, I understand this. Get rid of the bottle. What is that, a text emergency? Look at this, plates just hanging out on the side here on the half wall. Children, pick up after yourselves, please. Oh, goodness. Look at that. Time to go night night, darling. Almost Marin's birthday. Oh my, already. You know I love a good birthday, guys. Blakely is still awake. Oh, when I clicked on when I clicked on it to tell her to go deal with her energy, she just flopped over on the couch over there. Look at the filth coming off of this little thing. Oh my goodness. And yes, it occurs to me that she is, you know, doubling as, you know, an office and a bedroom for her at this time, but honestly, I refuse to get rid of the office. It's holding quite a few instrumental items like, you know, the chessboard and the computer and the painting board in case anybody wants to paint. Okay? We're not getting rid of the office. We also don't really have the space to add another bedroom at this time, so she'll live. Look at Erica just, like, helping out. I love it so much. Oh, there's the diaper. I was looking for it there, but, you know, sometimes with the diapers, when it comes out when they throw the diaper, it could land anywhere, absolutely anywhere. And another shower broken. Oh my goodness. What's happening here? Why is everyone just, like, hovering around the child? Yes. We are going to age her up, and that will solve that problem slightly. No, no, pick her back up, please. What? What? No, just pick her up and like, age up, like birthday, age up. Don't do me like this. Oh my goodness. Go use the washroom. I'm just okay. The amount of time it takes to load up your options when it's time to cook something is crazy, okay? There is such a delay, and for what, I'm not sure, okay? I'm not entirely sure, but there is definitely a delay. Now, of course, we are making another birthday cake, okay? Because it is Scott's birthday, and I do feel like he deserves a cake. He raised 5 children on his own and deserves the biggest cake that there ever was. His beard has grown slightly, we'll have to shave that later. Or trim it, I guess, not shave it completely. Oh my goodness. We are going to clean up a few things. Oh, look at this, something else that's broken. Come on, guys, get it together. Another toilet broken. Oh, like they could spend their whole entire day. Tristan, oh my goodness, thank you so much that you think we're a great pair. Should Blakely invite over Melody? Absolutely. Melody has been a weird child that way. We rarely saw her when she was a child. Um, and now that she's a teenager, like, we have seen her once with Alana, she's friends with Alana, and that's it, we haven't really seen her that much, like, in our other households with children, so I think it's important that she does come over because this is the bulk of the children of the whole world, or of Willow Creek, I should say. But yeah, like, we haven't really seen her that much, have we? So for those of you who don't know, Melody is Patrick and Simone's daughter, and they are the first ever family that were created for my Forever Save file. They are a part of the members only videos and families. And so if you want to join the basic membership, which is the bronze level, gets you access to all the videos. Okay. Everything above that is just like, is up to you. I would just be eternally grateful for the support. But yeah, the bronze level is gonna get you all the videos, okay? Um, yeah, and there you will find, Patrick and Simone and their family. You will find Kaylee, Alana and their journey. There is also Forrest and Colin, and they're a bit silly, but Colin is an extremely jealous sim, and so it is really interesting, but they also live in the same neighborhood as Patrick and Simone. And we also, of course, have Alden and Francis who have joined, the last time. So, yeah, it's really interesting, obviously. So Melody is the oldest child of Patrick and Simone. Um, so yeah, like I was saying, she didn't really take part a lot in the childhood with making friends and stuff. Alana was, like, everywhere. She was absolutely everywhere. She was friends with everybody she possibly could. Um, but yeah. And yes, Lance is flirting with Melody, but I'm trying to figure out, like, it doesn't really say anything regarding compatibility or anything like that. But yeah, he does have a girlfriend. His girlfriend is actually Alana, which is Kaylee's daughter, but we're gonna flirt just to see what we're up to. Um, yeah. But anyway, yeah, we didn't really see her that much. So I am glad that now that she's a teenager that she is making more friends. She was over at Alana's house and now she's here. And so I do quite enjoy that. I like that the Sims are interacting and their lives are coinciding with each other. Like, for example, Scott and Jocelyn are like BFFs, and I love that genuinely. So, I mean, they're also neighbors, but they are friends, and I do like that very much. And Gina and Kaylee are friends for the most part, but it's kinda slowed down a bit for them, I find in the last few, like, recordings, but yeah, maybe that's something that we can work on once more, maybe focus on that, their friendship and stuff. Oh, he burnt himself opening the steam vent. Sorry, bud. I just wanted to empty it. That's all. Yeah, I do really wish that we had the color wheel. I'm coming back to that because I look at this kitchen and I really do love it, but I want it in all the styles. I want it in all the colors. I just want I just want it all the time, everywhere, okay? So, yeah, we are going so I'm throwing Scott in the pool and, since I started the apocalypse challenge, there are certain things that I'm doing within my forever save file to see if it would help me. So, I was checking to see if the hygiene would help a lot. Now, I had checked on Kaylee and Alana, and it didn't really work, but she was a teen. So, I'm checking now with an adult, and it is not. Their hygiene is actually going down in the pool. And, like, you know, yes, your pool is not your bathtub, okay? Your pool is not your bathtub. That is not what I'm trying to say here. However, the Sims in the Apocalypse Challenge are living in such filth that how could not getting in a body of water help with their hygiene just slightly? Do you know what I mean? You know? Like, if you were absolutely filled with soot, sawdust, dust, dirt, whatever, okay? Whatever the case may be, are you telling me that if you got into a pool, it wouldn't wash some of that dirt away and you wouldn't be just the slightest bit cleaner? All right? I'm not saying that they're gonna get out and be pristine. I'm just saying that they wouldn't be absolutely filthy. Either way, it's not the case, it didn't work. So, that's not gonna help me either. Toilet, absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Look at that. Somebody's gotta clean that. Like, somebody's gotta clean that. She went from one bathroom to use the toilet to another to take a bath, and frankly, I believe it is because of the toilet. So, maybe just clean it so that other people will wanna use it. I do quite love this house. I like how it's set up that excuse me, where did you just put that plate, young missy? Oh, more plates everywhere. Oh, no, there's no food left for Marin. Alright, Scott, do your thing. Oh, someone must have fed her with a bottle, was it? Interesting. Because if I was playing as Marin and I asked for a drink, it would not allow me because there's no high chair. But when you're not paying attention and you're not playing as Marin, she will go ask someone for a bottle and they will give it to her, and so I'm wondering why we cannot simply just do that. Now, I've talked about this before, okay? I don't generally put high chairs in my gameplays, and the reason for that is because I used to. I used to, okay? Um, but here's the problem with the high chairs, all right? If your kid is uncomfortable, if your kid is tired, if for whatever reason, anything at all, it is a series of unfortunate events of putting the child in the high chair, taking the child out of the high chair. finally getting her in and giving her food, and then she throws it on the floor, and she makes a mess, or, and then we're back out of the high chair and in the high chair, and I just really wanted to avoid all of that, okay, because sometimes they also, get forgotten in the high chair. So, yeah, I just wanted to skip that entirely. Oh my goodness, look at these guys. They're just giving each other hugs. That's so sweet. Okay, like, Lance, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with him or what kind of bottoms he has, but he has no pants on. Like, just no pants. That's how he aged up. Big, long shirt, covers him up, got the plaid going on, not a stitch of clothing underneath. Oh, look at that. I think I did that. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. What am I saying? I did do that. I don't think that going to the gym should be necessary to work out. I feel like a lot of people have a gym in their home and that is sufficient. Why do we need to go to a gym venue to complete something? Sometimes I do. Sometimes it's nice. You get out of the house, you meet other Sims. It's very useful when you're doing other things. But for the sake of it, like, why do I need to go to the gym to work out? Why does that need to be a part of my aspiration? Just seems a bit silly to me sometimes. So we skip them. Yeah, but honestly, I'm thinking when she's a young adult, maybe she will be Tristan's, you know, girlfriend. Maybe that could be cool. Now, Tristan, of course, is the new family that we created, and he is a handy sim, and his job is a handy person. But he is working towards his handiness skill, and the main reason I wanted to do that was because we got that restoration kit, and I didn't really get to play with it that much. So this is how we'll be doing it through Tristan. He's really hitting that punching bag, let me tell you. Oh, wait, what? What just happened there? They just had to, like, reset each other. Oh my goodness. Look at this now. Nobody, not a soul, can be bothered to pick up the plates. They just leave them there. Somebody's not getting the responsibility trait when they age up. Silly Sims. Oh, and Marin is, like, taking after her older siblings quite clearly. She's going and leaving her bottles just wherever. All right. So a part of Scott's soul journey is that he wants to protect his assets. He wants to create a will. And so we are going to call an inheritance lawyer to do so because he also has a business. So I think it's smart to do that. Tristan, I'm not entirely sure that's a good idea, but we're going to do it anyway. And you can sit and chat with your future wife at this point. She is only a young adult, so, she is only a teenager. Sorry. She still has about 5 or 6 days before she is a young adult, so you're not quite ready yet, but to have a good friendship, you can start there. Right, where is this lawyer? Okay, first we're gonna set them to cloud gaze, but, like, where's the lawyer now? Let's hire another service, it didn't show up. Okay, there we go. Plate on the floor, plate on the floor. Inheritance lawyer has been hired. They will arrive soon to help with members of the household learn more about wills and starting their own will. Okay. Okay, where's the lawyer? Yoo-hoo. Wh eh, where's the lawyer? Is that them? Nope. Is that them? No, it's the same person. Um, are they in the house maybe? Okay. I'm not entirely sure what to do now. They just didn't show up, so we'll call again, I guess. We'll just call again. Oh, we can't, not because one's already been hired? Well, uh, okay. Those are all our kids. Where where's the lawyer? Okay. Uh, um, all right then. I guess we're just gonna quickly go in and we're gonna put a toddler bed for Marin because, she does need somewhere to sleep. Now, I was kinda hoping that there would be room in the girls' room for her, but there is indeed not enough room. So we are gonna keep her in the office, and you know what? That is perfectly fine for now because Erica is going to be a young adult in the next week. So, she will be moving out the next time that we see her. So, and will she be moving in with Tristan maybe? We're not sure. We're not sure, but for now, um, my main concern is, you know, where's the lawyer? Where is the lawyer? Like, am I supposed to order a will myself now, or is there another way of doing this? Like, what just happened? What are we supposed to do now? I mean, it's not the end of the world, obviously, but it would be nice if we could figure out why this like, why this didn't work, why the lawyer didn't show up. I can't call another one because one's already been hired, so, I mean, listen, it is what it is, I guess. I'm just gonna double check, but, hmm, well, well, well. It appears you will not be getting your affairs in order. Not this week anyway, because the week is over, so until next time, see ya.